talking about wellness and let's be athletic and let's talk about an emerging team, the Hark Rock Ballers. So we're talking with Mr. Limbert Moody, who's the owner, and Mr. Darwin Lessa, the coach. Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to Sun Upon 7.
Good morning,
It's
morning.
good to have you both here.
Yeah, it's very good
here
to
as well.
right.
Yes. You got in right in time before the rain.
Yeah, sure.
Right, and it's our first time on Sun Up. You know what I
Thank you
mean?
so
So
much.
it's very good to be here, you know,
Right.
on this show particularly.
Thank you, thank you.
We thank you for making the time to as well, and especially now, thinking about, ballers. When you think about sports, we've been talking about sports a lot too as well, and people have been hinting about the idea that sports is just this mechanism to allow our young men and our females to just have something to instill discipline, to allow them to have something that's going to be able to nurture the skills that they have that they didn't even know they had sometimes, build that community building together, take them off the streets. So it's important to be able to have these conversations and highlight the great work that is being done in the community so people can be able to be a part of it. So can you tell us about the Hark Rock Ballers? When did the initiative start exactly, and where is it going right now?
Well, for all who don't know me by now, my name is Limbert Moody. I go by the name Coach Ding. From the Collet community that I go on the street. Well, I could actually say the Hard Rock Ballers came about roughly 2018. It went from a city council tournament that some of the kids partaking, and after that I took up the initiative roughly on, I say 2018 December. We started since then. I could say the main initiative came from, I think someone that really inspired me. He has been taken off us. It's a late great Andrew Bennett, aka Hard Rock. He always taught us growing up. He says, "Stop make people take on off a fool. And try to be better for yourself, or full for yourself." So later on, like I said, the young man they came about and they showed the effort, they showed the willing to learn, and like I said, since then we had success. Up to now, I mean, we partake in many tournaments around Belize, we partake over Mexico. But like I said, the whole purpose that I'm tired of seeing the youths in the fade away. Like I said, the sport brings a lot to the table. It teach togetherness, it teach leadership, it teach responsibility, it teach discipline, it teach the love for others, it teach the love for yourself. And like I said, most of all, it teach you respect. Because if you can't respect the sport, I mean, you're still not get nowhere. So like I said, it was a challenge because it's a walk of life. I mean, I never had one child in 2019 yet. Like I said, my son is 3. You understand? So if I end up to move feel with my son at the age of 3 to dealing with kids at the age of 13, I mean, I'm a big challenge.
I hear you.
And I talk like 12, I mean, up to like 12 son, I call it. So, I mean, teaching discipline to somebody when I know nothing to you, that's a big challenge, like I said. And it pay off. I mean, like I said, the journey me long. I come a long way because I mean, like, financially wise, I'm rough. So then I'm one next balance where I had to hold a young man together. Financially, I never did it. So I'm going to test by myself, and then he actually teach me that together everything can happen. Because I mean, when I struggle, then like I said, I meet this good fella, Mr. Leslie. I mean, that look at the young lady said nobody know her right now because he changed the looks, but I mean, it's one of the greatest ballers I work for, Belize where I could testify on my behalf. So when I bring him to the camp now, he lift the young man in his spirit, and they give him a different drive. And now we realize that we're up on a bigger success because we traveled to Mexico recently. I mean, with the leadership of Mr. Leslie, I mean, we took some very talented young man at the age of 18. I mean, we had an easy game, so people may have said, but we had to work for it.
Definitely.
So, like I said, the whole 3 years we were prepared for it. It make we really reach a point now, like we said, the sport need to get more achievement for youth, whereby now some of them even appreciate it because then they get scholarships. So now we move from whereby we just play for responsibility and discipline now, whereby we have achievements.
Yeah.
So like I said, the journey never easy, but
We're here now.
we're here now, and like I said, the young man, they have much for show for it. I mean, we have disciplined young men. I mean, they have young men out there where nobody never seen them before. At the age when they have 16 years old, 15 years old, and now these young men, they go out there like, they represent something. They're not just only represent Hard Rock Club or what we discipline, then they represent the youths of tomorrow. So like how we say, if we make we stop now, you want hard. So we come now, we make people know that, yo, we out there. For 3 years now, hard rock ballers they out there, we dey push the youths and they make headway. Like if you notice this, that they want a trip from Campeche, I mean, nobody in a while never seen a young boy run up and on the court wearing a Belize jersey. I mean,
And now they have the opportunity to do that, right?
these young man,
Yes.
first time someone even left Belize.
Wow.
There you
Come
go.
on, they get the
That's
whole
the
trip
experience
and
for
them
them.
out left open.
Yes.
This, so the championship right there where we're gone. You
Somebody,
understand?
I'd like to invite Mr. Leslie into the conversation. How has it been, your experience coaching these young men, these new rising stars within the basketball area?
Well, I will do elaborate before that if
Please
you
do.
if you allow me to.
For
You
sure.
know.
Go ahead.
Well, I think all my success came from what I achieved playing on the basketball court.
Okay.
That's how I actually got my name Poppy. So the kids were already looking at me at a certain level in their mind from my achievements on the court. So from playing, I also realized that I could also help the game while I'm at the top of the game. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I took that on from about 2007. I started developing basketball with Belize Bank Bulldogs. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And we did that for 10 years. So in 2017, that came to a conclusion, which was awesome. No, we never had a 10-year program every Saturday in millenniums. You know what I mean? So that was something awesome. And then in 2017, me and the next two coaches decided that's okay, well, that big program has stopped, but we can't stop. So we formed Light and Peace Basketball Foundation.
Okay.
And I was a part of that for 2 years. And then after that, I decided, okay, well, it's time for a Puppy Youth Club, you know what I mean? For me to put myself out there with all the support and the way how the kids react to me, So I decided, okay, well, I'm going to do something. And from that, Lindbergh Moody saw what I was doing, and his little brother, this is how we all got together. His little brother is one of the best 16-year-old players right now in the country.
Okay.
That is about to, get his opportunity anytime. And he saw my work and he asked me if I have time to help his little brother, and I saw his little brother from he was 12, and I know he has something that I can work with, as a personal trainer also. So that's how these two clubs, linked up, and I have my own club, but I decided, okay, well, I feel like my job and my opportunity is help all clubs, you know what I mean? Because I know the knowledge that I have. So I'm here now, 2 years ago, I was a very much hairier person with a lot of hair on my face and my head, so
Some
people still
changes.
don't realize it's
Right.
the same Great Darwin Puppy Leslie.
There you go. So there's a support system going on, teaching some young people the skills to grow as a basketball athlete and open opportunities. We're aware some upcoming activities are coming for
Right.
Hard Rock.
And if I can elaborate on that,
Go ahead.
because
Yeah.
just like how you have a citizen of your country, they have something that is called a basketball citizen.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that is what we are trying to create. And about 2-3 years ago, when the federation sent me out to get my FIBA license, because I'm also a FIBA licensed coach for mini basketball, that is kids from the age of 8 to 12.
Okay.
So when I went there, to learn about how to teach those age kids, I learned that there are people that is called basketball citizens, and that's actually what we're creating through discipline, through hard work, through respect, and then what people need to realize is that when you have a team, you have a family.
You do.
You have a family if you want to accept it or not. These kids look at us as father figures, as role models. So we also have to carry ourselves a certain kind of way.
That's a very important thing that you mentioned. Right. So let's
So
go
we
into
went
the
to
activities.
Mexico already. So where are we going now? What is happening? I know, COVID kind of, I wouldn't say it's out, but there's normalcy happening. So there's definitely room for more tournaments and more exposure for these children. I know you mentioned something amazing of how it's the first time these kids have actually gone out to Belize. And so to get that exposure, I can't even imagine the feeling that they have been, experiencing for that, to have something more to look forward to understand they're being invested in. So what are the upcoming games or activities or tournaments that these young men can be looking forward to?
Well, currently, we're engaged in the Amadia Basketball League. I mean, if everybody in tune to basketball in Belize, they want to see that happen every Sunday at Mexico Center. I must say thanks to Amadia as well for that. Currently, the Hard Rock Ballers are 6-0 for the U18 division. We're entering the playoffs starting this week, Sunday coming. We also have a U15 division as well. We're 5-1 in that division. Playoffs starting Sunday as well. So that's one thing to look out for. So right now we're chasing the champion in that as well. Our biggest event coming up is the Copa Amistad. That's a FIBA tournament in Panama actually.
Wow.
Nice.
Yes, that's our biggest and our goal. We should have attended that tournament from last year, but like you said, COVID, it hampered us and it paid us well. I mean, it gave us more time to prepare it. The young men there feel motivated now. So like I said, that's our biggest thing right now. If I achieve that.
And you also mentioned that some of the challenges is a financial challenge that you've been
Yes,
experiencing.
so-
And I'm thinking, going to Panama is expensive, but you also want to ensure everything is
everything
is
sorted out properly
Yeah.
for your.
Yeah, so like
people
I
to
said,
be-
that would be really, really the goal, and it would be accessible if, like you said, the financial help.
Right. So how can people support you in that way?
Well, I have a Facebook page, the Hard Rock Ballers, or you can email me at abshardrockballers@gmail.com. Or my phone number is 626-8789.
There you go.
Like I said, the financial help is really needed. I mean, the budget is, if I tell her the budget, you answer our house.
I can
Understand?
imagine.
So,
Yeah.
But it's to take all these boys there, make sure they have travel and their
well,
their
the boys, then
hotel
they
is-
come through, them boys, they put in their money to come, them boys say, "Oh, you want to go?" And they want to go win. I mean, like I said, first time leaving home, so and they don't go Google Panama online and sell like states.
There you go.
So, like I said, I mean,
It's gonna work out.
with the aim for the win, for Amadia, that one done by the NMA, with current activity, like I said, June
So
the
your
13th.
team is participating in the Almadia.
Yeah, Hard Rock Ballers.
All right.
Understand? So,
We've had
Right.
them on the show a couple of times talking about, the All-Star that they
oh,
had.
yeah,
with
yeah,
the
All Star
slam
just
dunk
gone
and all
yesterday. I mean,
that.
Sunday we gone. That was amazing. I mean, yeah, that was amazing.
Great. All
So,
right.
like I said, we could look out for. We have much more coming. I mean, we have a tighter. We don't figure out one schedule for the remaining of the year. We have a tournament in September in Bacalar. We have one in December. Currently, we've been invited to. I mean, the talent's so nice. The Mexican they invite to if you go play against the U16 national team next coming weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. Then they get ready for a Yucatan Cup in Mexico, and they feel like if they could challenge you and they look good against you, they were good. So, I mean, we have productivity. So, I mean,
Right.
it-
That's
it-
competition,
you need
that's
to compete
good, that's
against the best for you to
exposure.
get better,
it's
right?
very
So-
nice to know that the boys have a chance to go compete a national team. I
And
mean,
that they're recognized for their potential. as
Yeah,
well.
so-
Exactly.
like I
the
said,
fact
we
that
have
they're
a
seeing
lot
that is big,
upcoming,
right?
and we really
Yeah.
need a lot of fans. I mean, like, it's not for me. If anybody contact me, anybody know me, I mean, it's not for me. I don't take finance for myself. Some people always say, "Oh, but you not know the money that for the young boy."
Right.
If you want to deal it now, deal it now. I could make you meet now, you deal it now. So like I said, not feel like I had to get rich. I left my work this morning. If you notice, my voice kind of hoarse because I'm at work last night. So
Okay.
I mean, it will be much, much, much appreciated. I mean, the kids they feel love to know that people are out there to support them. I mean, we get support sometimes, but the kids they still appreciate what we do get. So like I said, I mean, think about the youths, think about tomorrow. I mean, this is not us for sports, this is not us for the youths. It's you look upon it as what education, with uplift the youth. I mean, if basketball not come, we got lawyers, we have doctors, we have, I mean, it's a community thing and it's a belief thing. Make
Right.
we feel the love, we come from a land of riches and wealth untold, man. Like I said, we could support the youth.
There you go.
This is an
Thank you.
investment
Thank
into
you
the
both.
country. I mean, these young people to know that they're getting the support from the community will allow them to work even better, work even harder,
Yeah.
to feel like, they have people believing in me, that people will see my skill, that want to uplift me. And that's, again, to the community out there that would like to give a part, financial help and assistance. I know there are sometimes people where it's like, no one give money directly, but
Yeah.
if they want to like maybe reach out, and I'm sure Mr. Moody is gonna be like, okay, you want to pay for this, you can directly pay for whatever.
No problem.
That could happen too. So like, don't think that, okay, I don't know about give money or whatever. There's ways to go about this. Message invest in these young men. They do great things. Imagine they're getting called to go to Mexico again, all these different places that want to see them. So something is happening. They are pushing hard, and this is now for us as a community to say we want to support that drive.
And that's what I wanted to interject and make clear, because we need to realize that Panama is inviting us. It's not us who just want to go and participate,
Right.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That country also see the work that these clubs are putting in and they have invited us to come, you know.
That's big.
And to also add, the players are also trying to find their money for their own plane ticket. And we have some businesses that also give a commitment per se, but we are banking on these businesses to come through for the team. So it's not like we're not getting a support in a kind of way. They gave us a verbal support already, but we are asking for these businesses to come through for us.
There you go.
Definitely. Simi, tell me about it, but let's see it happen to as well. And this again, how we develop the community. People are always the one that we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to pressure the government, we need to do the police department. But we have also these organizations, these NGOs that are working to help our young people as well.
Right.
And they're asking for you to make that dream come alive, make that investment come alive. And all you have to do is support. And little goes a long way, you know. If you feel like you can't give the biggest of money, trust me, all that little adds up too as well. So not feel like, oh my goodness, I don't have the most money in the world.
Right.
Supporting, still give that.
My apologies, but can I also say that, you know, I have people who also support my club, you know, Puppy Youth Club, which is also going to support this endeavor. So I would just also like to give my contact, which is 631-7576, and my email is also darwinleslie@gmail.com. Because I have people who is also behind my club, you know, and it's also giving me that verbal support. So we want to say that stick with it, you know what I mean? And well, for myself, I am doing God's work, you know. This is not really a work that I am control over, and I have to make the country know that you know, God has me in this position to work with human beings and change their lives, you know. So this is much bigger than just basketball, you know. And I know that they are showing some of my personal stuff,
Yes.
you know what I mean? And people are aware of me, but I am here to do a great job, and it's not just for a club, it's just for the whole country, you know. So we want people to realize we are changing lives, and there's nothing more important than changing young men's lives. So support what we're doing, and we're not asking for financial support in our hands. Take on an athlete. A business should take on an athlete and pay for an athlete for this trip.
Definitely.
An athlete costs probably $2,500. Okay, take on an athlete. No money doesn't have to come in our hands.
And I appreciate that too as
Right.
well, for
Sure.
people
Thank
to
you.
understand, you know, the transparency in this overall thing. So again, Mr. Leslie, Mr. Moody, we just want to thank you for this great work, the collaboration. You have your own separate groups, and you still decide to come together because it's bigger than Uno. It's about these young men, and you said something very important that you take them on as your children. Like they're your sons too as well. So it shows you the mentorship that is happening here. It's bigger than just, oh, you know, I just to push this person for the sport. I'm trying to mentor and help this child to grow into a better individual. So let that happen, and so support any way possible. The two groups are here. They have given their contact information. So now it's up to you, public, to help out in your way as well. So I just want to thank you so much again for doing the work that you do. And blessings on the endeavors. Good luck for next week for Mexico as well. And then also Sunday, you have playoff too. So a lot of things that happen there. Why most of the sweat that they go through that practice.
Yeah, we're training hard. We're training hard.
But they need to. So
and we've been training for over a year. So let's take this opportunity to thank Channel 7 and thank Sun Up, and thank this opportunity. You know, this is a very nice environment, a very good conversation.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yes, and we really appreciate being on this show.
Thank you.
No problem at all. We're thankful. Keep doing the great work, guys, and all the young men out there. We believe in you. You're phenomenal. Keep pushing, keep striving. This is, you know, how you make your mark in society. You got this. And so, community, this is your time to support them that they got this. And so, with that, we go to our next commercial break. But when we're back, we're going to be wrapping up today's show. Stay tuned.